grocery stores and such, but having it there in the Ohio area, there's nothing like it because they load it up with just all the shredded cheese and the chili on top. To me, it tastes like there's some cinnamon inside. They have like the secret recipe, but it has a little bit of sweetness to it. But it's enjoyable. It really is. The chili's great. Always good, especially whether it doesn't matter if it's cold or hot. You can get it out there. Talking a lot about food on this show.
We are.
I don't mind that at all. We need to get some in here. But one thing we will get to are these primaries. A very busy day in several states, or 2 states rather. But we'll talk Alaska. Alaska incumbent Senator Lisa Murkowski and Trump-backed candidate Kelly Tshibaka both advancing to the general election in November for Alaska Senate's race. Joining us now, offer fresh primary advancement, is Kelly Tshibaka, Senate candidate in Alaska. Kelly, good to see you again. I think we just recently talked, and here we are today. I kind of just want to give you the floor here. Obviously, ranked choice voting different there in Alaska. It was somewhat expected for you to advance along there with Senator Murkowski. How are you feeling today?
Oh, absolutely excited and victorious. We knew we were going to be going to the general election. What we didn't know is what the spread would be. And I'm happy to say right now the race is neck and neck. That is huge for me, starting as a no-name candidate last year, and I've never done politics before, up against a 21-year incumbent from a 41-year Murkowski monarchy. The other big news to report is more than half of Alaska did not pick Lisa Murkowski as their first choice, and actually was a lot more than half, which means I think we just saw Senator Murkowski hit her ceiling. In fact, she didn't give out any comments last night. That is great news. We can actually see our path to victory really clearly from here. I think we're only going to have 3 more months of Lisa Murkowski, and that's because Alaskans know she talks to us and says one thing, she does something different in Washington, D.C. No one on either side of the aisle up here can actually trust her because she's an inconsistent vote. We've got a principled Democrat in the race. We have a consistent and reliable Alaskan who's common sense. That's me. Alaskans have a clear choice, and they started to show that yesterday.
Yeah, such an interesting point that you make, because the spread is 4%, if you look on your screen there. But when you dive into the numbers here, you've got Chesbro and Kelly in a cumulative way, 8%. So you've got 8% of votes out there that are still can be essentially are going to go to either you or Senator Murkowski at this point. You're only separated, again, as you said, that spread by 4%. That is huge. And then you also said this, the results are, quote, the first step in breaking the Murkowski monarchy's grip on Alaska, end quote. That from you. Could you elaborate? What did you mean by that?
Senator Murkowski was appointed to her seat by her father when he was elected governor. So Alaskans never actually ever originally elected Senator Murkowski. They've passed on our Senate seat like a birthright, and it's been handed down now for 41 years. And this year in particular, we've learned from a Project Veritas exposure that Murkowski colluded with her campaign staff to deceive Alaskans in order to manipulate this change in our election process. This is the first year we've ever done this kind of an election. We thought we were getting rid of dark money. In fact, we ushered in this weird election system without a party primary. If there had been a party primary, what the results show is the Republicans clearly voted for me. The Democrats clearly voted for Senator Murkowski. Her career would have ended yesterday if we'd had a normal and regular election. But instead, she's being almost exclusively funded by dark money, and so was that ballot measure. The outside interests are trying to buy our Senate seat, and that's what Lisa Murkowski represents. We're going to duke this out to November, and I think in the end, Alaskan interests will prevail.
Yeah, November will be very big for several states across the nation, including there in Alaska, especially for incumbents, shaking things up. Kelly Tshibaka, they're moving forward. Kelly, thanks so much for joining us on the program. We do appreciate that. Congratulations.
I'm at kellyforak.com. If viewers want to help, I'll see you again.
Got it. All right.